Good evening, gentlemen. Today I'll be going over an Astralis versus G2 demo on Vertigo, and one round in particular that I thought was pretty interesting. So a couple things from Astralis' perspective is their money situation, and secondly, I want to highlight the setup that they end up using on A site based off their utility, and I'll explain all the thought process behind it and everything. So as you look on the scoreboard here, Dupree ends up saving an op from the last round, and the past 3 rounds has not really been looking good for Astralis. They win, but as a CT, you really need the money. So they end up winning this round with one person alive. You know, you can't build economy like that. You basically end up buying and buying and buying, and if you end up losing one round, you know you're back to being broke. So with one person left alive here, all the money they got from winning that round goes straight into this one that they end up losing. So they have a little bit of money left over from this one where they had a full win, and they end up winning that round. But again, only one person survived. So 4 people just deplete their inventory of money, and this is what happens. This is the result of that. With a round that they won previously, and they came and get a full buy out of it. Magic's on 3,500, came in afford M4 and armor. Same with Glaive. This is why people really stress saving on CT side, because you get situations like this, and especially a tactical team like Astralis, or any type of team that really relies on a utility. You really need that util. So Astralis, they did save the op though, which is good for them, and they're gonna end up forcing around it, and that's what you're gonna see right here. 2 UMPs come out from Magis and Glaive, and they're gonna play pretty aggressive and close with those, and I'll highlight that on A site. So basically what's happening is just the fucking A default from the T's is coming out, and they're playing reactionary, just tossing grenades, hoping to do damage. But this is what I really wanted to highlight right here, was the setup that comes out from Zipnix. So normally on A site, you can counter T util with util of your own just by throwing a phase smoke that lands exactly where, right there on the crane basically. Let me fly up real quick. It'll land right here on the crane, and it really discourages any T's from pushing further even after they commit utility, because it lands right there on the crane above it, so you'll have a one-way if you're looking from sight. Easy kills, no one challenges it at this level. Like, you're going to end up dying. So they can't do that though. Astralis is on a low util buy. They can't constantly recycle util, and they end up with this different type of setup with Magis eventually coming to the crane right here, Glaive playing reactionary, looking for info with a molly ready to stop any pushes, and Zipnix with a flash is going to come to that hole above the site for Magis to push out for info. And I'm just going to spoil it really quickly. Magis doesn't end up getting a kill off of this setup, but I just thought it was really genius with this flash that comes out here. That's the lineup if anyone wants to use this for their own team, and you basically want to line up with the cones right there. But yeah, here, let me just continue with this. So basically what's happening right now is Astralis is trying to listen for any sound cues, any type of gives that G2 is about to hit A site, and off of that give, Zipnix is going to throw that flash. So the first give was the single smoke here, but that was probably thrown by G2 to bait out util, which Astralis is probably too smart to give them any. They actually end up doing though. You saw Magis with the molly ramp like 30 seconds earlier, but you'll see them re-smoke right here. So G2 ends up doing the initial smoke, like I said, baiting out util. They get like a molly or two, or molly or flash out of Magis or something, whatever he threw, and they end up going for the re-exec, thinking that Astralis is low on utility, which they are. But this is where the setup comes in. So you're going to see Zipnix flash. Here comes the flash. Boom, off the flash. Magis clicks forward. No one there. So this is like the disappointing part of the setup. Usually teams, they might already be up at this point, and they'd all be blind, and Magis is getting a clip. He's about to make a frag movie out of this. But no one's there, and because of this, if you look at, their money situation, low guns, low util, Magis decides to make a play and push a little bit further. Sadly, he doesn't end up getting one. Spots Amnex, doesn't kill him. The thing that was fortunate for Astralis, which they probably knew about as well, was that G2 wasn't really on a good buy to begin with. So basically what ends up happening for the rest of the round is just Astralis just peeks into him and just shreds them apart like one by one. I just really wanted to highlight that little setup I saw right there. Pretty genius. And yeah, I'm just gonna skip ahead. You just watch them all die. There we go. finally kill the last one. Round over. Setup was really interesting, and I thought I'd explain the buy round, the thought process behind the economy of that round. So hopefully you can use this for your teams, and let me know how it works for you. Yeah, good luck out there.